This saga is entitled Dainties of the Music Hobbit. Once upon a quest, in a far-off land, near distant stars, 'twas grassy shires, pond shires, where hobbits dwelt, on planet Doroth, planet of shires. Rich vegetation and grassland glades, fields of comfy bliss, frolicking hobbits, blue collar and free, rich musical flutes, rich biscuits and tea, abounding proverbs. There was a hobbit, a halfling named Ralph, endowed with cheer. He was a poet, though none liked his verse, for he was honest, perhaps too raw-versed. Still his verse sung. Therein lay his verse, an autobio of his saga to the nether realm of Shadow Dune, with pirate elves to retrieve the prized ancient runed keyboard, returning it forth to Princess Delpha, an ancient sage hob who could play the keys and soothe the dolphins who were at sea, to fix their sonar, bringing balance to all nether realms, all hinged on sonar, celestial heights, sonar alighted, mechanicked jewels, deep in artifacts to boost morale of the hobbits, which in turn would defeat the orcs, as the orcs hated all music composed since the dawn of time. Heed this saga, the message therein of music dainties. Begin the letter. My name is Ralph. One day near river, I sojourned one morn, oding my flute. Then at daybreak, in sunrise so crisp, there on the river there appeared pirates, chuckling aloud, such happy elf goofs. Lads of cheer came, and asked me my name. Ralph, said I, chuckling, son of Twitherin, the pirate leader, named Captain Awesome, invited me aboard his sturdy ship, for no one here liked my true poetry, and I was in need of adventure. I boarded the ship, we set out our sails. Tarrying north, I imagined, daydreamed of dolphins, celestial beasts from planet Dorthcob, an ocean planet of purple-hued bliss. 'Twas their homeland. Through majestic waves, the pirates told me to play my runed flute. Then on the high seas, a portal opened, bounteous beauty. We sailed right through it. I hit the dead note, opened the orb gate. We sailed on to find planet Dorthcob, teeming with dolphins, swimming gleeless. The dolphins wept for alien orcs, blasted poop signals, notes of pooic death throughout special spatial realms to disrupt dolphins and their sonar, entrapping them forth within giant orbs. Orbs of doom, I say. Captain Awesome said, "Avoid the orbs!" I saw a huge orb, more like an orb ship, piloted by orcs, with dolphins entrapped in my dank dreams. Oh, the horror! Sailing to islands, one island stood out. 'Twas Reggae Island, home of the turtles, upright turtles, colonized therein. Such Reggae Island, to a cave we came. Lead turtles met us there, clan leaders renowned, spoke of evil orcs and orc orb ships that entrapped dolphins. Just like my dreams, the turtles gave us primitive scrolls and a chaliced lute that upon playing would transport us back to Hobbit realm, to planet Doroth, to be used for one, transport back to home. Suddenly afoot, there on the beach, a walking dolphin, with polite virtue, walked forth to us. He sang black metal. He tried hopeful tunes, but notes came out black. He tried his best to sing an ode of such beaconed light. We wept amongst flames near the campfire. For dolphins' sorrows, we left reggae land and set forth toward Black Metalville, where the orcs dwelt, for a music fight. Then Leviathan, a shrewd beast, arose from the murk and ate our ship whole. Into the belly we descended. The horrors I saw. Pirates screamed in fright. No songs were sang in the dark belly. Lived a wizard who was trapped therein, who knew no songs. His sorrow was dank, dense and dank. He made best of his prison existence. He showed us a map of the beast's belly. Through dungeons we crawled, searching and searching for a way out. I noticed his staff. 'Twas also a flute. I asked to play it. He'd never played it, or he'd never heard it played, for he knew no song. The pirates danced. Captain Awesome cheered. The wizard laughed. Timid wizard Knowles said this: "My name is Knowles. Please endow me with your music rune." I bequeathed my orb rune therein to Knowles, and Knowles sang fables, runic odes delight. He anointed me with a new name. He named me now Lloyd, Lloyd the cheered Hobbit. Our flutes oded forth such loved countenance. We hit dual dead notes, melodic metal, flutes bursting song. The great belly burst, exploding guts. Knowles and I escaped. Captain Awesome died, and I mourned him so. Wizard Knowles and I flew to the skies on Knowles' carpet, tarrying forth for Black Metal Star, the orc homeland, to retrieve the prized runed keyboard of odes, to return it to Princess Deltha, the Hob Sage Striss. And there in the skies, Knowles saw unicorns guiding us with song. Stardust unicorns, galloping angels to bid us goodwill. Ascended we did to Black Metal Star. Wizard Knowles said, "Lloyd, let's play metal, melodic tranquil, laced with beauty of Norse origin." Lloyd Hobb said, "Well," I said, "I second that." And so they oded flutes, dirging to death of all the orbed orcs, for their death was nigh, as Lloyd's dreams foretold of vile orcs' doom. The lead orc came named Mulberry, blasting his flute wand, an axe of terror, vile black metal. Still Lloyd and Knowles, songsters of valor, oded notes unknown, shooting note arrows back and forth, looming nigh and betwixt. Suddenly arrows rained and rained. The orc masses sang the poo death note, such horrid voices. Wizard Knowles sang high, and Hobbit Lloyd sang low, dodging arrows, till an arrow pierced Lloyd's liver, and Lloyd fell into an orc orb, where notes were deathly. Still Lloyd sang mighty within the orb. Then the orb traveled to the Orc King's throne. The dreaded Orc King said, "Melodic metal, With mere flutes, you play unknown notes? And then I replied, my friend Wizard Knowles will come rescue me. And Lloyd sang hymns there within the org. Then Knowles' flute quaked and hit the dead note. All dolphin captives burst to jubilee, singing Mozart odes, such notes of light. Then Wizard Knowles encouraged captives. The dolphins sang, their sonar beaming through the nethers. Knowles and Lloyd sang hard till they combusted, yet the dolphin's note resurrected Knowles and Hobbit Lloyd. It was foretold Knowles and Lloyd would soar into combustion, so Lloyd took the lute, whence the turtles gave. He played the dead note, as did Knowles too, a note so crystal, with crystalline heart, intent so pure. Knowles and Lloyd arose, combusted to song, and turned to ash, such unicorn ash. Their ashes fell forth. The dolphins saw ash falling all around, and dirged so loud as Lloyd and Knowles' ash mingled like blossoms, of which God blessed. Falling through portals, their ashes carried the ruined keyboard back to Princess Delpha, back to Dorthar. That ancient sagestress, that Hob, played a dirge with the prized keyboard, balancing all sound. Dolphins sonar sang such gleeful notes as Knowles and Lloyd's ash fell upon Hobbit glades, upon the Shire's melodic tranquil. Notes forevermore played from the keyboard, the beacon of sound, and the dolphins gleed, their sonar beaming. And since that day forth, not one dead note was echoed through the nethers of love. Lloyd and Knowles' spirits went to paradise, jamming flute notes, bliss of eternal, falling ash blossoms amongst these shires. By tree blossoms, unicorn ash floated throughout dolphins' oded hearts. The Dainties of the Music Hobbit, written by Lloyd Lettingham.